Hello again, YouTube viewers. Time for part 2 of the cooking extravaganza here. I'm Kenny Kelly and today we are going to be making vegetable pakora. So come in here, guest cameraman Bobby, my nephew. We'll be having some potatoes. These will be getting boiled and obviously put in the mixture. Onions, cumin seeds, chopped tomatoes, a little bit of salt, Thai red chillies, only because I've run out of green. Garam Masala, and of course gram flour for the mix. Back to me, Bobby.
Yep.
I'll show you how to chop an onion so that it looks just like this potato. So, chop an onion. Cut it across the root so that it's still intact. And close, Bobby. Because I'm a left-hander, he needs to switch sides. Slice down the middle here. As many cuts as you like. The more cuts you make, the finer it is. So that's down, in, and then down again. But across, and look at that. Coming away just lovely. I'm making a couple of cuts in here just to make that even more pliable to the knife, which of course I sharpened earlier. It's easier to get a knife wound stitched up when it's nice and sharp and you go to the hospital after you've cut yourself. And as the French would say up to me, Bobby, Viola. Fantastic. Chopped and second. So now we'll get the potatoes in the pot here. We're just going to add some water. We'll get these on to boil. By the way, Bobby, for Christ's sake, don't look at this sink. It's full of manky dishes that I haven't washed. Just a little drop of water here. We want these potatoes to be, the water's going to be brought to the boil, and once it's brought to the boil, up to me, Bobby, for Christ's sake, pay attention. Once the water's brought to the boil, we just switch it off because we don't want to overcook the potatoes. Right, so that's lovely there. I'll put a wee bit of salt in here for that. There you go, lovely. Your onions go in the bowl, everything just is mixed together. It's a very simple meal. You know, I always say you guys are simple people. Well, it's true. So I like to keep things simple for you.
Thank God.
Onions in there. About, what's that? A handful of frozen peas. Don't worry about them being frozen, they're going to be cooked obviously, so you're not going to die. Cumin seeds. You'll take about a teaspoon of these. Quite strong taste. If you ever bite into one of your pakora, you know you've got some in there. Oh look, I'm nearly out of Garam Masala. I need to go to the shop and buy some. So that's about a teaspoon. Have a look in there, Bobby.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's gone. I'm going to use Thai red chillies. You can cut these straight from the freezer because the heat from your hands will help to thaw the chillies. And these are quite hot. These are 15,000 Scoville units, which is the unit of heat for a chilli, which is quite hot because your normal one is about 8,000. So that's double the strength. Just finely chop these. Well, not finely. Roughly chop these. And when I say rough, I don't mean these are rough. Just roughly chopped. And these will go in the mix as well. Well, funny if you want, I might edit that bit out because it was a bit fucking shite. There we go. Looks good enough to you already, doesn't it? Now I know I said I was going to do chicken fried rice next, but I had the chance here to get this done while the cameraman was still here. Incidentally, he's waiting for my son so he can go out shagging some birds later on. Now we've got a teaspoon of salt here, roughly a teaspoon of salt into the mix. 1 400-gram tin of chopped tomatoes. As you can see, it's the cheapest kind available, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be deep fried with this gram flour. Put the rubbish out the way. Look at that, now that does look like a meal in itself, but there's still a wee bit more to go. We'll be adding some gram flour after the potatoes have boiled up here. Now then, while we're waiting for potatoes to go here, we'll make a pakora dipping sauce. This is just basically lemon juice, sambal chillies, and I'll just get into this cupboard here because I forgot to bring out my bloody mint, haven't I? Yes. There we go, right at the front. It's almost like I planned it. Mint. So, into this we'll use some sambal chillies, about a tablespoon. Quite hot stuff this sambal chilli, but for professionals like myself it's nothing. I'm used to eating Scotch bonnets. So the sambals, yeah, again you can see Thai red chillies there, so it's just a chilli paste. I'm going to add enough lemon juice to get this so that it's a sort of runny consistency. There we go, what's that? That's maybe about a tablespoon of lemon juice here. A wee sprinkle of mint. Come on in. Now you mix all this up until it's of a consistency for dipping your pakora, and as you can see the spoon's too bloody big, so I'm going to switch to a teaspoon. Don't try that for fuck's sake. Get that in there, still filming. Now mix all this up here, get in there Bobby. Probably still a bit too thick. This is quite a spicy sauce this, so if you're a bit of a delicate nature, maybe you want to just give it a buy and have some yoghurt with your pakora instead. Remember there's going to be chilies in the pakora as it is, and you can add cayenne pepper to the flour here if you want to make it a bit more spicy. A bit more lemon juice again. Look at that. Yeah. Now that's your pakora dipping sauce here. We guarantee you that one will be one hell of a spicy sauce. And whatever you do, don't do this to your eye. Okay, we'll boil the potatoes. As soon as the water's reached boiling point, we just drain the potatoes in the rest of the mixture. Quite a good weight to that. We're going to probably get about 15 to anywhere between 20 and 30 pieces of pakora. So enough gram flour there just to get this started mixing up here. You don't really want to be using any water because you've got juice from the tomatoes here. So you can see that starting to go quite thick just now. Like I said before, this is it's not a science, it's food. So you go till you get the consistency you like. You see it's all sticking together. Quite a little bit there. As you can hear, stop spitting, which means the oil is now at 220 degrees centigrade. Here's your pakora. This is what it looks like before. We're just going to do about 3 or 4 bits. After that you get the general idea. If you don't get the general idea after this, there's no help for you. So here we go. First one in, scoop it in, nice and hot. Always remember to keep your batter close to your fryer because there's no point in dragging it across a couple of feet of surface and dropping it everywhere. 1, 2, 3, we'll just do 4 or 5 bits here. Oh, a wee bit just flew off onto the side there. Making consistency here. You can also use spinach and coriander. We can put in the pakoras up to yourself. We'll go with that. Keep it moving. Make sure it's not sticking to each other. You want this to go golden brown. It doesn't take very long. 2-3 minutes tops. You can tell your pakora is almost cooked because it stopped bubbling, which means most of the water in here is being forced out by the heat in the oil. So be a lovely golden brown colour. There we go, there's one piece here. Drain them off in here. When you're making the rest, keep them warm somewhere. Either I'll keep it mine up here as a good bit of heat comes off of the rest of the cooker for the grill. You can put them in the oven to keep warm. Scoop these bad boys out. Let them drain. Move this onion out of the way. Put it onto my pot holder. Sorry, my spoon holder. And then, to me Bobby, repeat the process till everything's cooked. And there you have it. Vegetable pakora. Now, from behind the camera is the monster Bobby. Take a bite Bobby and shows what it looks like on the inside there. There you go. Pretty substantial I think you'll find. Nice for a starter. Hold on, we get a wee dipper. Have a dip of the sauce there, young man. Don't worry, I'll boil it, you should be able to handle it. Verdict?
Oh, fantastic.
Oh yes.
Mom.
A meal in itself.